So that's what I'm going to say about that. So what are the new ranking factors? Hey, what's up, Bart? I see you just joined us. Good to see you. Click-through rate, that is key. So what I mean by that is when someone, I'll pull this over, when they type in a keyword, like in this instance, you guys see Tampa fences. When they type that in, how many people are actually going to click through to your site? This is tracked. So if you make page 1 and people are not clicking on your link, then you're going to drop. So you actually want to make your meta description, which is this little part here. You can actually set this in your website code. If you use a WordPress site, you can easily do that with a Yoast plugin. You want to sell that click. Give them a reason to click. It could be a special offer, a free estimate. Here, you don't need to be thinking so much about SEO. You really want to sell that click. Because the higher the click-through rate, the more you're going to climb up. All right. Scroll rate, that is important because that tells people it tells Google, what people are doing on your site. And for that, we use a tool called Hotjar. Let me go ahead and show you what Hotjar is real quick. And you guys can actually get a copy of this for free. What Hotjar does is take little videos of what people do on your site. I'm not sure if you're familiar with this. A lot of people aren't, but it will actually record. When people go onto your site, it will actually show the mouse where they went, where they clicked, and so on. And so that's good because now you can see what people are actually doing once they get to your website. And it helps out with converting leads because if they're not clicking, for instance, on a contact form when they get to your site, if they're not finding it, that's a problem because that's missed opportunity. So Hotjar, it's a little code. You just install it on your site, and it will give you that little visual video of what folks are doing once they get to your website. All right. So time on page is a big deal. How do you keep people on your site? What are some ideas? I want to hear from you. How are you keeping people on your website right now? I want to try to make this interactive, guys. So go ahead, type in the chat box. How are you doing it? Oscar, how are you keeping people on your website? Bart? Sarah? Don't be shy. Come on, talk to me. Anybody? Any takers? You got to be doing something, right, to keep people on your website, I'm sure. A lot of picture content from Oscar. Very good, yes. Now, with picture content, hopefully it's not stock photos, but real pictures of your work, your team. That helps a great deal. So picture content is good. Sarah says video. Yes, absolutely. You guys are getting it. The longer you can keep people on your site, that's half the battle. Because that stuff is all tracked by Google. If you have people that are going to your site and staying, that's going to bump up your actual rankings as well. So good answers, guys. Bounce rate is something to watch very closely. So if you have any kind of analytics on your website, like Google Analytics, it's going to give you something called bounce rate. And what that does, it's one of the most common statistics. It lets you know how many people click onto your site, and then within a couple seconds, they're gone. If you get too high of a bounce rate, that is going to kill your rankings. So something is an issue there. Either their on-site user experience when they get to your website is no good, that perhaps they're not finding what they're looking for. So if that's the case, maybe your site is optimized wrong, or maybe they go on mobile and your site is not mobile friendly and they're like trying to pinch and resize things, and so they're just clicking away because they're fed up. But so you guys get the idea, I hope, on that bounce rate. Bart says, no real plan, but I do have a video of bifold gate and pick gallery of stock photos and real work. Awesome, Bart. Yeah, absolutely. That will help. Yep, get the video on there for sure. Number of citations, reviews, and relevant links. So this is huge. And if I pull this over, we're going to look at reviews. This is the new currency of the internet. If I want you guys to just take away anything major about this webinar, it is to have a system in place on every job that you do to generate a review. And if you do that, not only is it going to help you rank here, but it's going to make your job in the future of selling clients so much easier, because this is social proof, guys. This is customers, and you know, it's proven that people actually do read these reviews. Some do, some don't, but the majority do read them before making a purchasing decision. So work on the reviews. I'll show you some tools, very affordable tools that you guys can use to automate this process. Because eventually you're going to want a system in place. I mean, if you ask for the review, that's fine, that's good. You should make a habit of doing that, but you should also have a nice automated system because we all get busy, right? So the new SEO formula, figure out what the most important keywords are based on your services, the areas you serve, and search volume. Now I'm going to show you a couple of free tools on this webinar, how you can do this in minutes, okay? This is not going to take weeks of research, it's going to take you minutes. So let's go ahead and do that. Here are some tools: WordStream, SpyFu, Google AdWords, Keywords Everywhere, which is a free Chrome extension, Ahrefs, SEO Quake, which is also a free Chrome extension. So let me give you an example of how we would find some good keywords for you that get search volume, and do that quickly, okay? So if we type in fence companies near me. Now on this, I have my little Keywords Everywhere. I turn it on. You just install it from Google Play. I'm going to go ahead and put, you know, fence companies near me in the Google search. It runs through it. And then what's very cool about this tool is not only does it give you keyword ideas, but it gives you search volume, and it also gives you cost per click for Google AdWords. So you're getting a couple of different benefits all in one. You can build out a nice search engine optimization campaign, get some ideas, and if you want to couple that with Google AdWords, you get an idea of what it would cost to actually buy this traffic per click. So this is powerful. We have, I typed in fence companies near me, chain link fence companies near me. That is a popular term that gets volume. Local fence companies near me, best fence companies near me. So what do you do with this, guys? You make a page specifically based on this keyword. And now you're the most relevant for this one keyword. So that's how you get smart and play this game. You want to have all original content. You make one page for each of these, all original content, put some tools on there like the nearby now, put your video. And this doesn't take a lot of time, right? You could even hire maybe your sister, your cousin, whoever, have them write the content for you, have them put in the video, and then there you go. You know, you paid them whatever, not a whole lot of money to put together this content and put the page up for you. So that's how you would use keywords everywhere and build out basically a search engine optimization campaign. And one more thing I want to add on that is, a lot of the, at least in our experience, the clients for Fence and Gate, they have kind of the same golden keywords in mind. And you want to try for those. So definitely include those in your campaign. Like, for instance, just the word fence company or fences. But also build out these pages like this. That way you're going to get all that extra traffic that your competitors are not savvy enough to get. Set up a great website with unique pages targeting those keywords. So we just covered that. Ideally, you want to have one page, one service page for each city. So if you are a fence installer and you operate in Tampa, Orlando, St. Petersburg, Palm Harbor, I'm just naming kind of all the markets in my local area, you would ideally want one page for each of those, all with the unique content. Optimize your website for the user experience. You guys are hearing me drill that in a few times because that's becoming so important. On-site optimization. So we're going to cover that in a little bit. I'm going to show you how to see what sites are actually optimized for. All right. So give me 1 second here to get situated. And build your authority with off-site optimization. That has to do with building backlinks, business directory listings. Track your results using call tracking, Google Analytics, setup goals, webmaster tools. So call tracking is the big takeaway from this. If you're not using call tracking, you really don't know what you got, because once you're scaling, I mean, the clients that we deal with a lot are doing $1 million plus. They have many different advertising channels, which might be pay-per-click, Facebook, organic, business directories. And so you want to know premium directories, listings on those directories. So you want to know what is bringing in what. And the only way you can effectively do that is to individually track each one of those calls with a unique call tracking number. So how we do it is all the clients for these different channels have different phone numbers set up that ring to their main phone. And then this way they have a dashboard they can log in and they